Vinyl is a pain in the ass, and I love it. What's up, guys? It's TrevorMan5 here, and today I just want to talk about something that I love. Something that's a pain in the ass, but I love it. These things right here. Now, I started collecting vinyl about 2 years ago when my wife got me a Crosley suitcase player for cheap because it was at a salvage place. And I was telling her I have interest in vinyl, but I'm not sure if I'll really like it. So she got me this cheap suitcase player as a way just to test it out, see if I'll stick to it. And 2 years later, yeah, I did. And we also upgraded to a season life record player that has more of the features that it makes it better and taking care of your vinyl, like a counterweight, an actual full-size platter to put the vinyl on, unlike the suitcase ones where it's like half. An upgraded stylus too. So I think it's safe to say I really do love vinyl. The only downside is that the whole hobby is a pain in the ass. I mean, first off, let's talk about price. Compared to CDs, they're expensive. I mean, let's start with price. Compared to CDs, they're expensive. The lowest vinyl that I've seen is $10, and it's a Garth Brooks album, and it's at Walmart. Vinyls usually range from like $20 to $6, and that's just dependent on like the pressing, how many records it has in it, you know, is it a limited quantity, stuff like that. While CDs, the highest I've seen a CD is like $15, but majority at the time they're around like $10, unless you go back to Walmart, and then some of them, like a lot of Metallica's older stuff on CD remastered, is $5. Like this copy of Bush's Razor Blade suitcase my wife got me for Christmas was like, I think $40. It's 2 LPs. I mean, it's nice. Luckily, the way that I've gotten most of my records, I have almost like 100 at this point. The way I've gotten most of them is thrifting. Like this one, The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, I got at a salvage store at a discount. I think it was like $15. Brand new, because it was like overstocked from Walmart. And it's downstairs, but we just recently got a Billie Eilish record. The When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I believe that's the title of it. For $5. It was basically in immaculate condition, just had to clean it a little. But like $5 and it still sounds perfect, and it's a recent album. Hell yeah. Speaking of cleaning, that is another pain in the ass. Cleaning is a constant, and it's expensive, or at least it can be. Because either you have so many methods, though the two most preferred ones I've seen, and one of them that I have, is the spray and brush method, where you get a brush that's made to clean vinyl records and a spray specifically for vinyl records. You know, you put the vinyl on the turntable, you get it spinning, you spray the spray, and you just do like a spinning motion to the edge and stuff to get it all off and stuff. But God forbid you have a record that's even kind of warped. You can't spin it, you're just gonna have to do it manually, and oh, Jesus Christ. And then there's the actual expensive method of cleaning records, which is ultrasonic cleaning, and from what I've heard, it is the best. Now, I have one in my Amazon wish list for that's like $150, and what I've heard from reviews on it, it's very good, because what it does is that it emits an ultrasonic sound that gets into the grooves of the vinyl that are so tiny that you can't really theoretically get anything in there. And with some distilled water and some solution in there, leave it running for like 10 to 30 minutes is basically the range I've heard. It'll basically make your vinyl sound better. Not brand new depending on the condition, but better. But the fact that you basically have to clean the stylus too every time, I mean, you don't have to if you really don't want to. I do. I always clean it before I put on a record, after I flip the side over, before I put it on that side, and then afterwards. And I have a gel that I use to put the stylus in there to get a good clean out of it. Like, maintaining and cleaning the records and the turntable, it's annoying, but it's what you have to do in order to keep it running, almost like it's brand new. And the third thing is just the fucking space. It takes up a lot of space, and also not every vinyl record sleeve jacket, like this stuff right here, like gatefold stuff like that, they're not all made the same. I have a John Coltrane record, that I can't even put where I store my records because it's so big and I don't want to ruin the jacket. Which I also got that for $5 too, and it was a 2020 release. And this person at this antique mall was just trying to get rid of their records, so they were like, hey, just attach the sticker, it'll make it $5. Vinyl is such an inconvenient hobby to have in a world that is so dead set on convenience. I mean, like, we have Apple Music, Spotify, like streaming services that give us all of recorded music history with just one touch. Just like one search, one press, you can listen to all of music, all of recorded music in one go. And vinyl, it's like, oh, you don't get that. You have to pay for every album. You have to, have the equipment to play it, Everyone has a phone. Not everyone has a turntable. I love getting these things. The fact that the album artwork is so big, you can actually admire it. If you have a gatefold, you can look into it. Have the sleeve, and it might actually have like pictures and like info and lyrics on it that you can read or just look at and admire. Apple Music has like animated artwork and stuff, and Spotify has the canvas thing, which is great. But sometimes just looking at the cover art and admiring it, everything that comes along with it is just wonderful. Back to that, they're big enough to where you can display them on a wall. And if you want to go get that particular record, just get it off the wall. I also just love that this is basically, like, my collection is a curated collection of what me and my wife want. I also just love that the collection my wife and I have is a curated collection of what we love, what we want to listen to, what we might want to listen to, what we want to try. And I love that the collection is mostly thrifted vinyls, like Goodwill, antique malls, just thrift stores, helping support the local community, but also getting good vinyls for a cheap price. Like, one time I was at a Goodwill and I was checking out with some vinyls, and the cashier was like, yeah, I think we have a Green Day one. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I think it's brand new too. We found it. It was Insomniac 25th Anniversary Edition, brand new for $2. I love finding deals like that. Because, I mean, like with CDs, you'll find any sort of artist, genre, whatever at like a Goodwill or a thrift store on CD. But vinyls like that, it's like the find. It's not going to happen every day. It's not. If you want to find like a Green Day record, you're going to have to go to a record store, but it's not going to be $2 cheap. So that's another thing that I love about vinyl. It's the thrill of the hunt. I mean, I buy vinyls from Amazon too, because that is a way of convenience, but also sometimes they will give you a digital copy of the album for free. The last one I got was 10 by Pearl Jam that had a digital copy included. That's not the last vinyl I got, but that's the last one that had a free digital copy included. But the hunt, though, of going out to thrift stores, antique malls, whatever, and looking at the vinyls to see, do they have one that you like, that you know you'll listen to, and is it cheap? Because sometimes people will be charging like $20 for a vinyl that has been used and not in the best shape, and it's like $20. Like, we were at this antique mall one time, and they had Alice Cooper's Schools Out for like $25. I got that record off of eBay for $15. I'm not paying $25. If I'm paying $25 for a record, it's gonna be a brand new record, or it's going to be an assortment of records at a thrift store. I'm not paying $25 for one used record at an antique mall that wasn't cleaned properly and probably wasn't even taken care of. I will say though, the fact that vinyl is such an inconvenience and a pain in the ass is what helps me appreciate it, because it's not like putting a song on my phone or an album on my phone and leaving it on in the background. No, when I put a vinyl on, I have to listen to it. I have to pay attention to it, enjoy it, especially when the one side runs out and I gotta flip it over. It's the effort and inconvenience that makes sure I listen to it. Because if I don't, I wasted money on that if I'm not really gonna listen to it. And it just helps me appreciate albums more when I put in the effort to clean it, take care of it, and actually just listen to it because of all the effort that me and my wife put in to find them, for me to clean them. Also, I'm just a physical media head. While I can appreciate the digital age, I'm more of a physical person. I like touching it. I like having it. I like being able to actually call it mine. Because when you buy or stream music online, that's not really yours. They can take it away. Apple, Spotify can take that away. And if you bought something on like Apple or Amazon, like if you bought an album or a song, The record company could just ask Apple or Amazon or wherever you bought it from to not only take it off the store, but take it out of your library. Which is why I always have any digital music I have bought downloaded on my computer just in case. Because I have Apple Music, which has the iCloud music library thing, so if a song's taken off, I can just re-upload it, and I'm golden. But it's just the physicality of having an album in my hands, being able to listen to it, being able to do whatever I want to it, keep it, sell it, mark it up with a marker if I want to, which I'm not going to do. It's the fact that it's mine. I can look at it, touch it, all that. I love it. So yeah, vinyl is a pain in the ass, but I absolutely love it. And it being a pain in the ass is one of the reasons why I love it and I appreciate it more. Anyway guys, thank you for watching through this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below, do you like vinyl? How many records do you have? Do you also think it's a pain in the ass, but that's one of the reasons why you love it? Comment your thoughts down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure to like, subscribe, add to your favorites. This is Trevorman5, signing off.